Well, hello and welcome back to the Combank Arena in Belgrade and semi-finals day at the Women's European Handball Championship. My name's Paul Bray. Thanks for joining us for the second semi-final. It's Serbia against Montenegro. The lineup for Serbia, well, Tomašević has been brilliant in goal. Captain and star playmaker Lekic should start though with Popovic and Damjanovic at the back. Although Filipovic could be making an appearance, and there is Tomašević, the 28-year-old keeper, 40% save rate. She has been phenomenal. And Damjanovic with 23 goals, a 45% success rate, could be better, but she has still proved absolutely crucial. Their opponents and indeed neighbours, Montenegro, well, the right back Katarina Bulatovic is the competition's top scorer. She should start alongside Knežević and Jovanovic at the back. Right winger Radičević is also in great form. She'll start with Pavicevic on the other wing. There is Katarina Bulatovic, 42 goals so far, top scorer in the competition with a 48% success rate. Radičević, the 25-year-old right winger who plays in Hungary, has scored 30 goals in the competition, 64% success rate. What a match. Well, earlier today, Norway steamrolled Hungary in the other semi-final, 30-19 to book their place. But this is the semi-final that the locals have been talking about for the last 48 hours. Can Sasha Bošković pull it off? Serbia, against all expectations, have overperformed to end up here in the semi-final against the Olympic silver medalists and neighbours Montenegro, led by their coach Dragan Adzic, who celebrated his 43rd birthday on Thursday and is hoping that he will get a belated present here today with a place in yet another final for his side. The atmosphere, incredible. There is a huge Montenegrin population in Belgrade, and so they are very well supported as well. It's hard to know who the home team is. Such is the support for both teams. Here we go then, Serbia, the home team in the red shirts and blue shorts, throw off the second semi-final of the day in Belgrade, playing from left to right. Montenegro in the all-white strip, open up with a 6-0 defence. Serbia, who lost their opening match against the defending champions Norway in the preliminary stages, but have not been beaten since. First goal of the game goes to Knežević. Dmitrovic, I beg your pardon. That looked across on the right side, that would certainly help. Plays in Macedonia. I can tell you that the tension is palpable in the arena here. Serbia are desperate to make it through to the final, guarantee themselves a place on the podium. After that defeat to Norway, they beat the Ukraine and the Czech Republic in the preliminary stages. They then drew with Sweden before beating Denmark, and then France to clinch that place in the semi-final. A nerve-jangling game, 18-17 in the end to Serbia. Tomašević played out of her socks that day in goal, saving two fast breaks in the last minute from France as they desperately try to come back and take that semi-final place from the Serbs. Free throw. Katarina Bulatovic, top scorer at the Olympic Games with 53 goals, top scoring here in this competition. They've got possession back again. Krupej maybe tried to do too much, could have cut back inside. Djokic holding up the line at the end there after Pavicevic had gone on the break already. Oh! Well, we saw one of those earlier. Damjanovic shows that what the Norwegians can do, she can do. Took the goalkeeper completely by surprise. Barjaktarovic didn't even see it coming. 2-0. First yellow card of the game, and it's to the scorer of the last goal, Damjanovic. Plays for Podravka in Croatia. Little handoff, Katarina Bulatovic. Ironically, Katarina Bulatovic, just as Ana Dokic we saw earlier on, there she is. Both born in Serbia, but when Serbia and Montenegro separated, they were playing with Budućnost, the Montenegrin champions, and they had a choice. Everyone had a choice. And they chose to take Montenegrin nationality. Bulatovic, Dokic chose a little later. They've got one finally, and it is Milena Knežević. Breakthrough. Knežević, who along with 5 of her teammates play for the Montenegrin champions Budućnost, who also Champions League winners last year. What a year they've had for those players. The Champions League, Montenegrin Championship, Olympic gold. And now, well, who knows? Podium place beckons. Trying for the low shot. Can't get through the melee of defenders who are sitting back, blocking the entrance. In the end, Andrea Lekic. The ball is loose, didn't see where the ball was. And away come Montenegro. They've got a muster here. Good defence on the wing by Ognjenovic. Ognjenovic, who has the distinction of scoring the fastest goal of this Euro so far, 98 kilometres an hour against Sweden. Nearly at 100. Ah, brilliant shot. Bulatovic. And another block shot. Djokic has got the loose ball. The break is on. And they've come right back. Radicevic, the 25-year-old, charges away. They were never going to catch her. Prolific goal-scoring machine. 89 caps, 493 goals for Radicevic. And Tomašević looks up to go, what are you doing in attack? Three minutes without goal when Montenegro have come back. That will help. Ognjenovic. The 31-year-old who plays for the French champions Metz scores from the wing, plants it beautifully in the top corner. 74 internationals she's got. But she's scoring here at Euro 2012 at a 77% success rate, which is good. Bulatovic. Knežević cuts the wing. Clever play. Lucky break though for Serbia. It comes off the post. The break is on. It's deafening in the arena here. No way through there for Dimitrovic. So they settle down again now against this 6-0 defence, Serbia. There's no point in pushing it all the time. There's such a long time to go here. And this is going to be a high-tension game. Dimitrovic, no way through there. Cut back inside. Passive play is being worn now. And that's not going to help them one little bit. And she fumbles the ball, double dribble. And away come Montenegro. Nervous start here by the Serbian team. Oh, fantastic play. Won't count inside the area when she got the ball, but she was given a shove just ahead of it. And on that basis gets a free throw. Well, tight call, she turned. What an atmosphere here. Biggest crowd of the championship, it could even be European record for women's European Championship handball. Saved by Tomašević, milks the applause, why shouldn't she? Oh, Lekic has given it away. Quick 1-2, Radicevic again. And she scores a second of the game. Well, lapses of attention in attack are what's costing Serbia at the moment, and it is showing to what extent it's a nervous start by them. Because ironically, Serbia have been more efficient with their shooting when they have been shooting. And Knežević appeared to be absolutely bowled over on that one. Liscevic goes to go over the top. Well, she seemed to be dropping back very early on. And it's left the poor Knežević decked, and the anxious fans looking on. Knežević, a 22-year-old, is still down and receiving treatment, and there the crowd. There is a huge contingent of Montenegrin supporters. Of course, the home fans have turned out in force. 20,000-seater arena. Biggest news for European Championship. So they spread out, and while the treatment was going on, Tomašević, the Serbian goalkeeper, came running all the way up to the right back, Dimitrovic, to have a word with her. Started pointing out a few opportunities into the wing. Ognjenović, well saved. Barjaktarovic, the 25-year-old who plays for Rostov-Don. Back come Montenegro again. Bulatovic just too far ahead this time. Radicevic couldn't run onto it. It's being played at a frenetic pace here. Ognjenović has gone in the centre. Looked like too many steps, but she got away with it. And the change will be made now for Serbia, as off goes Jelena Eric, the number 15. Plays for Astra Hanočka, defence specialist. And Bošković looking on, still a little anxious here. His team haven't settled in yet, but they only trail by one. Liscevic is there. Good hard shot. Went out of play. Ognjenović picks the ball up from behind the line. And Barjaktarovic making a third save. Goalkeeper efficiency high then for Montenegro, 40% for her. And they've hit back again. Knežević. The Budućnost left back scores her second. She's also the top scorer at the moment in the Women's Champions League competition. No way through for Dimitrovic. It's an interesting one. Oh, off the back post, and we've got a player down and a yellow card for Knežević. She's back up. Liscevic seems to be okay after that crashing challenge. Well, I don't think she actually got touched. I think the defender, if anything, stood back, and she was expecting the contact, going to lean into it, and instead got held. Fantastic atmosphere here. All the players appreciating it as well. I think get past the nerves, that is. Ognjenović, good angle. Inside the area, it won't count. 10 minutes played then, and Montenegro are leading the neighbours, Serbia, 5-3. Both teams with huge support here in Belgrade. Many Montenegrin fans have made the trip up in buses to support their team, and many more who live in Belgrade have turned out. Knežević, Katarina Bulatovic. Push in the back of Djokic. Back out comes Djokic.
2 minutes suspension, Team Serbia, number 11, Sanja Damjanovic.
Damjanovic. Well, that's an interesting one. The poll suggests that Damjanovic got a yellow card, but she was already on a yellow card, so that's a 2-minute suspension. Ball taken out from behind the line, the pass over-egged. Dragan Adzic, a Montenegrin coach, also coaches Budućnost, hoping to lead his team to another medal. Montenegro, who had their first ever Olympic appearance under their own flag, took silver behind Norway. So into the attack now for Serbia comes Biljana Filipovic, the 26. Pays dividends straight away for the Turkish-based back player.
Oh, Serbia, Biljana Filipovic.
Just an awkward bounce. Barjaktarovic deceived by it. And again, they failed to capitalize on the power play. Tomašević. Crowd are chanting Katarina, Katarina after the goalkeeper. Looking for the line, Filipovic had gone there. It went straight through though, couldn't hold it. Back they come, Serbia still short-handed. They try to keep the momentum going, that's nicely done. And Djela Bulatovic, no relation, drives around the right-hand side. And Ognjenovic was moving wide, thinking she was going to pass the ball at the last minute. Serbia are back to full strength again, but trail by 2 now. Coming up to 13 minutes played in the second semi-final of the day to decide who will play Norway in the final tomorrow. Filipovic has now gone back to her more usual position at left back. Free throw. Liščević gone into the central role. And Lekic once more being taken off early in the game, the number 8, or the number 7 rather, after just 8 minutes of play. Passive play, they've got to get a shot in soon. Too closed an angle for Ognjenovic. And Bošković getting more and more irate with the Serbian team, who are just failing to find the options down the middle. Luckily though, for them at least, Radicevic couldn't capitalize on that. Looking for a pass into the wing, but instead it's an attacking foul. Well, Bošković means business now. Tracksuit tops come off for the Serbian coach. And he's right on the edge, urging his team on. Oh! Rolled off the front of Tomašević. And Djela Bulatovic gets a second goal running. Goalkeeper will be disappointed. Gets a hand to it, but it rolls off the end of the fingertips. 3-goal lead. And the referees today from Latvia, Zigmar Stolarovs and Renar Likic, having a real cauldron of an atmosphere to work in, but they expected that. We knew it was coming. Liščević, Filipovic. And still, Serbia cannot break open the defense, and when they do, well, this time it was the post that interfered on the shot by Jelena Popovic, the French-based back player, who's now taken over as Bošković tries all kinds of permutations at the back to try and get some rhythm going. Into the wing, nice big angle. And again, Montenegro are pulling away here. Biljana Pavicevic, 24-year-old, a newcomer to the team, but she's been a brilliant winger. And a team timeout is called by Bošković as his team go 4 down. Staying nice and calm about it, but the stats tell you that they have scored 4 from 10 shots only. 40% success rate. It's not enough compared to Montenegro's 67% success rate with 8 goals from 12 attempts. They've just got to keep their wits about them though. They've gone through similar situations before. They've been in situations, Serbia, where they've had big leads against them and they come back late in the game. For Montenegro, they've been serene in this competition. They won all 3 matches in the preliminary stages against Iceland, Russia and Romania. In the main round in Novi Sad, they beat Hungary. They lost to Germany, but they effectively put out a B team there, trying to rest some of their key players. It was a surprising defeat, nevertheless, 27-20 against the Germans, but came back and beat Spain on their final day in the main round to guarantee top spot in the group and at least avoid playing against Norway. Instead, they're up against the Serbs, their neighbours, and Filipovic again. Well, the left back seeming to have a little more success, ironically shooting over on the right back position. Started slowly, Filipovic, till she was brought in as the right back on the last match of the main round, and it really paid dividends. Katarina Bulatovic again. Quickly taken throw, and they've barely got time to catch breath. There was the quickly taken throw, and straight from the off, Lekic charges down, but they need more from Lekic. She was billed as the big star player for the Serbian team, and she has played well. Take nothing away from her, 21 goals, but maybe not as influential as you thought she might be. Serbia have changed keeper. Rizovic makes a save. That was inspired. Filipovic couldn't get the ball into the wing fast enough. Lekic, penalty. She saw her chance. She quite literally changed. She was in between 2 and 3 on the right and just shot round the other way. I thought, well, while the line player's holding up 2 defenders, I'll go in, and sure enough, the defenders well inside the area. Onjenovic to take the penalty. Dummied the low shot and then went high. Second goal for her, first from the penalty line. Dummied low. And then when the keeper moved across, Barjaktarevic, Svetlana Onjenovic, who plays for Metz in France, puts it down the other side. There's only 2 goals in it. 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Attacking foul, too many steps. Long pass, Onjenovic. Onjenovic runs into a wall of Montenegrin defenders. Got the ball. And you can see at the back, Rajovic was desperately trying to put a block on, but Knežević got past her and basically shoulder checks Onjenovic. Well, he did the job. It stopped the break. Knežević comes over to check, but Onjenovic is still down, and I think she really did get body checked. Knežević just heaved into her and probably has winded her. There are 2 players down on the ground. Onjenovic is up, but unfortunately Rajovic still isn't. They wouldn't want to lose her. She's been a useful line player, scoring 14 from 15, incredibly economical. And it looks like she's going to be okay. Well, all the players are back up again after a brief respite. And play will resume then with a free throw for that shoulder check on Onjenovic. Still trying to catch her breath, the 31-year-old. Free throw. Montenegro defending very, very hard, and
Yellow card team Montenegro, number 26.
have yellow card for Lazovic. So Serbia on the attack again. 2 down. Would be remarkable if Serbia made it through into the final. Gives the ball away, but under pressure, it's a free throw. Passive play is being worn though for Serbia. They need something special. Katarina Bulatovic thought she'd taken it fairly. Not more than 3 meters away, and it's another yellow card. Klikovac this time, and that's the third and final yellow card now for the team. Any further infringements will be 2-minute suspensions. Filipovic, oh, brilliant. What a pass, and Rajovic. That's 3 goals on the trot now for Serbia, who pulled it back to within 1. Rajovic continues her impressive run. 31-year-old who plays for the Serbian champion Zajeca blasts the ball. In fact, only 4 players in the Serbian team play their club handball in Serbia. The others expats in Croatia, Hungary, Slovenia, France, Turkey, Macedonia. They really are playing everywhere. Oh, misread. Rizovic beaten by Katarina Bulatovic and brings to an end the run of 3 goals. Quick response. Well, Lekic has picked the right day. She's going to come alive now. Lekic, who plays for Giurieto in Hungary. She's teammates with Jovanka Radicevic, the right winger, playing against her today. Looking for the line, no way through there. It's deafening still here. Knežević tries a long-range shot, parried away by Jovana Rizovic, the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's just 19 years of age, only played twice for her country before coming to Euro 2012. Knežević, and again, Rizovic rises to the occasion. Now, there was a concern that if Tomašević wasn't on song, and she's only made 2 from 11 saves, Tomašević, that could be a weakness, but she's made 2 from 3. No way through there. Lekic got bogged down in the defence this time. We're well inside the last 10 minutes. Filipovic, they are level. Well, where did that all come from? For the back player, plays for Üsküdar in Turkey. Right-handed, playing at right back. Club, if they're paying attention, may want to think about moving her over there as well. Right back seems to suit her. Round comes Pavicevic, the impressive winger. Tries to get the ball, but it's stolen. The break is on. She's got to look up, Damjanovic. In the end, she gets a free throw, and desperate defending by Montenegro, but it's enough to hold. 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Here she is. Djokic got back and throws herself almost in her path. Happy to give away the free throw. Damjanovic then at left back, Filipovic at right back, and of course, Lekic in the centre. Well, they're in the face of Veselin Vukovic, coach of the men's Serbian team, who of course outplayed themselves last year when they hosted the men's Euro 2012, ended up in the final where they lost to Denmark, but took silver, and I bet the girls are wishing that they could do the same here. That would be fantastic, or better still, why not go for gold? But they've got a lot of tough opponents in front of them, starting with Montenegro here today. Katarina Bulatovic, carried away, it's going to be a free throw. Quick change as Knežević goes on. It allows Filipovic to go off as well. She's not being used in defence. And there is Katarina Bulatovic. 3 goals so far in the game for Katarina Bulatovic, a 27-year-old who plays for Ochim Vulča in Romania. Moved from Budućnost last summer after leading Budućnost to the Champions League. Here she goes. Great save. Jovana Rizovic.
Number 16, Jovana Rizovic.
And they've scored at the other end on the back of it. 23rd minute, Damjanovic. And they lead. And the celebrations to the keeper at the other end, who started the whole move. They're in front. Another run of 3 goals without reply. Free throw. It's worth mentioning that in the last 7 minutes we've had a 6-1 exchange in favour of Serbia. Are they on a roll now? Katarina Bulatovic can't get away. It's almost Greco-Roman wrestling out there. Anything to stop her starting on a run. Tries it again, and it's picked up. Oh, that's going to be surely a sanction of some kind. Well, Pavicevic went up and quite unnecessarily shoves. Look at this coming up now. Sends Milosevic into the area. Won't count. They'll come back again. Free throw already blown. Shame for Lekic, but for the moment at least, Serbia on the ascendancy here. Well, from 4 goals down, they lead by 1. Into the wing. And again, Filipovic, this time the provider. Milosevic scores, and it's 4 without reply. Almost in tears. Serbia, who weren't meant to host the competition originally. The Netherlands were hosting it, and about 9 months ago they had to declare forfeit on financial grounds. And Serbia stepped in. Nice move. Bulatovic provides the ball in to Radicevic. Third for Radicevic, but every time they'd score, Serbia hit them quick on the return. And ironically, it's a defense specialist, Eric. Didn't have a chance to go off court. So quick they took the throw off. She has scored 4 though in the competition so far, the Russian-based back player. Most of them probably similar to that, where she went up on a quick attack. Too many steps. They've got to bring the ball back. Too far away from where the infringement took place. Well, coming into the game, Tomasevic, who's done so much to get them to the semi-final, was held up as a key player. If she plays well, we'll be fine. Well, everyone has the off day, and she hasn't quite got into the game. But Rizovic has made 4 saves from 6 now for Serbia at the other end. We're into the last 4 minutes before the half-time break. Passive play. They need a shot soon. Looks to the line. Went straight through Poplasic's hands. Montenegro have now put Vukcevic in goal in place of Barjaktarovic. And a slip by the winger. And I think as she went down, she caught the knee of the defender. It was literally a slip. No one involved. You see it here. Well, was it? Actually, there was a lunge just before by Nisavic. And I think she did just catch Radicevic in the face. Radicevic, who's the 5th top scorer in the competition with 30 goals. Plays for Giorieto in Hungary. She's teammates with Serbian captain Lekic. She seems all right, though. Play resumes. 3.5 minutes to go. 2-goal lead for the home nation. Katarina Bulatovic lets the ball go too early. Sails way over the bar. Serbia again try to come in fast. Milosevic. Lekic dummies the initial shot. She's fouled, though, as she tries to land and go through. Shooting wrong-handed. And celebrations already underway at one end. Maybe a little too early. Little handoff. Nice move. Oh! Filipovic. She can do no wrong. Well, she started the competition so quietly. Only 14 internationals to her name before she came out here. 29 goals. And she's proving to be quite something here in Belgrade. Team timeout has been called by Dragan Adzic. Well, they are 3 down now. And in the last 11 minutes, it's been a 9-2 exchange. And it's a little reminiscent of the first semi-final when Hungary and Norway were level pegging up until the 13th minute, and then for the rest of the first half, Norway hit the Hungarians with a 9-2 and the game was all over. So the main thing for Sasha Boskovic is to keep his players calm now. Said already earlier in the week when they were playing their last group game that the main thing for him is just that. Keep their feet on the ground. They are so pumped up with adrenaline. He says sometimes that's his biggest concern, is that they can't channel it. So into the centre comes in Maria Jovanovic, number 8 for Montenegro. Bulatovic under pressure. Shot and saved by Rizovic, the 19-year-old keeper. And that could be bad news. Filipovic is getting her wrist bandaged. She's obviously taken a knock. Maybe on that last shot. Katarina Bulatovic off the post. It won't count. Too many steps they say on the way around anyway, but she was being hung on to. And the referee struggling to make himself heard. Sigmar Stolarovs. Good defense. Rock solid against Anđela Bulatovic. And it's Damjanovic who blocks her. Oh, 2-minute suspension, is it? Yes. Just a little too hard this time. Jelena Eric. Well, she has worked phenomenally hard in defense, but now is this the chance for Katarina Bulatovic to find the gaps? They will not only finish the first half short-handed, they'll start the second short-handed. Nice play, save, Barizovic. A huge angle for Pavicevic's shot. Look at this. She was all the way around, could see so much of the goal. But the 19-year-old keeper saves. And a little bit of an altercation on the bench. A little discussion with the assistant coach of the Montenegrin team. That might be Emir Besilja, asked to sit down again. So, Serbia, short-handed, making this a long attack, but they lead by 3. 1 minute to go in the first half. No way through. Lekic looks for the line. Blocked, fairly say the referees. The break is on. Underneath. That's better play. Baradicevic, her 4th. In the standout player for Montenegro in the first half, but not much Rizovic could do this time. "25 seconds. They're still short-handed, remember, though, Serbia. They'll probably look to try and take a shot fairly late on. Tries to spin it around. That was very unwise. Here's a chance now for Montenegro to come back. Should have made it much longer. It's in. And if they hadn't taken that shot quite so quickly from the wing, who knows? Doesn't matter, though. It's done now. There's the shot. Goalkeeper got a hand to it, but couldn't quite keep it out. And so a 2-minute suspension has proved costly late on in the game here, as Montenegro have come right back at Serbia. One goal in it at half-time, then in the second semi-final in Belgrade. As the teams go off, Lekic, more in evidence here today. But Serbia will also start the second half short-handed. Not for long, but they will be short-handed. But they at least lead at half-time here against their neighbours, Montenegro. It's 14-13 in Belgrade. Well, in a fantastic atmosphere here. A lot of mistakes on both sides. 7 turnovers for Serbia, 6 for Montenegro. The attacks, 44-45% around there on the success rates, but 62% on their field throws for Serbia. So when they are shooting, they are being quite successful. 57 for Montenegro. Here's the run of play. But in the latter stages here, it has been a 9-4 exchange in favour of Serbia in the last 14 minutes. And you can see how things dry up all of a sudden for Montenegro late on. Top scoring Filipovic for Serbia and Radicevic for Montenegro, both with 4 goals to their credit. Plethora of other players getting on the score sheet as well. This is where the goals are coming from. The left-back position for Serbia not really getting through, but look at the back in the centre, right-back position going very well indeed. The wingers not so successful on the left-hand side for Serbia, 1 from 4, and that last unwise shot for Montenegro. It is all down the middle, bit on the left wing, but 3 fast breaks. They have punished Serbia when they can. So at half-time then, the host nation lead 14-13. We'll take a short break. Join us again for the second half in just a few moments. We'll see you then. So welcome back to the Combank Arena in Belgrade, and the semi-final of Euro 2012 half-time, and the host nation are leading Montenegro 14-13, but Serbia did have a 3-goal lead late in the first half, but a 2-minute suspension for Damjanovic has proved costly for them. Sasha Bošković there, the coach, hoping to take his team, who really have performed above what we expected, into the final tomorrow. What a dream that would be. So here we go then. Montenegro throw off the second half. They got a 20-second or so power play remaining to try and level it off. Tomašević has started back in goal again and saves immediately. After making only 2 saves from 11, she was substituted for Rizovic, who played really well. Even Lekic has to smile for that one. Katarina Bulatovic shoots, and she just got down to it. Bošković choosing to put the experienced player back in again, and back on comes Filipovic for Serbia, who was getting treatment on her right wrist, a shooting hand, after taking a blow earlier on. Lekic came off a defender. That'll be a throw-in, will it? It's not given. Lekic looks to the referee, and it is given, but he was given very, very late, and she thought for a moment she wasn't going to be given it. Clearly came off a defender. The question is, though, did the goalkeeper touch it? Montenegro start with Marina Vukcevic in goal, just 18 years of age, plays for the champions Budućnost. Experienced keeper, though, 39 caps, was at the Olympics. Filipovic tries again. Couldn't quite get the power on it this time, and a comfortable save for Vukcevic, who only saved one in the first half. Katarina Bulatovic can't get away. Serbia, incidentally, are back to full strength again. And finally, Montenegro decide to slow the pace down. So in the centre for them we have Andjela Bulatovic. And there we go, they're level. Long-range shot by Knežević, who scored 23 so far in the competition. Knežević is actually the top-rated player at Euro 2012 for assists. She's got 21 of them, showing though she can also score the goals when she's needed. They're back in front. She's becoming real star of the team, Filipovic. Coming in awkwardly from the right-hand side, given that she's right-handed. Had to twist her body around. It was a sharp turn. 5 from 6. Excellent. So Radicevic has gone in on the line to make extra space, and Katarina Bulatovic, superb extension on the shot. Fourth goal for Katarina Bulatovic. The goalkeeper didn't even move. Three minutes in, and it's all square as Zuzana Lazovic gets a little lecture on the bench. Filipovic. Lekic tries to turn back the other way instead. Couldn't get to the line, though. Good defending by Ana Dokic. Serbian-born Montenegro national. Damjanovic. Nothing given. Tomašević came out very quickly because down the left wing, Pavicevic went off like a rocket, and she had to move out to discourage the long pass to her. Now Dokic is on the line, and 32, who both born in Serbia, but Katarina Bulatovic, running round to the centre, chose Montenegro nationality from the outset when the country split, 2007. Saved, and the break is on again, and Pavicevic is away. Scores this time, and Montenegro back in front again. second goal for Pavicevic. Waits for the goalkeeper to commit herself and then shoots around. Initial Klikovac, the defence player who started the move, but we've got a bit of treatment going on an injured Serbian player. Lekic is down on that last attack, seemed to take a blow, and she's gets up rather gingerly and walks back. Well, a 3-1 exchange early on here in the second half, and Sasha Boskovic needs to make sure that his team don't lose their footing here. There is Dokic, who, as I was saying earlier, Katarina Bulatovic from the outset chose Montenegro nationality. Dokic, so changed more recently. Like it was just before the World Championships in Brazil last year, where Montenegro finished 10th, that she got her Montenegro nationality sorted out. Well, a choosing look from Knežević to the referee, but it's a free throw for Serbia. And Rajovic goes back in on the line, the impressive line player. Into the line, there she is, scores again. They're level. And I have to say, Rajovic must be one of the most economical players around at the moment. She scored 2 from 2 here today. She scored 14 from 15 in the competition. Blocked before she could get through. It's a free throw only. It's all square. We're past the 5-minute mark in the second half. The winner to play Norway in the final tomorrow. The loser will have to pick themselves up somehow and play off against the Hungarians, who really didn't know what hit them earlier today. Absolutely steamrolled by the Norwegians. Oh, lovely pass. Katarina Bulatovic into Djokic. Montenegro line player plays for Rostov in Russia. Not given. Let's see, the line player holding, they're saying. Well, the referee was well placed to see it. That was a shame for them. A sudden rush out by Rajovic. Knežević held up, will come back out again. Katarina Bulatovic saved this time, goes out to the side, and it's a throw-in for Montenegro, close call. Tomašević has got to act again, but it's a big angle. Radicevic.
Another goal for Montenegro, scored by number 4, Jovanka Radicevic.
5th goal for her. Brings out Tomašević and then lobs her. Referee had already blown the whistle. It won't count for Damjanovic. Jumps in frustration. Just say stamps her foot in frustration. Lekic in the centre there. Can she unlock some ideas? Damjanovic. Filipovic goes wide the other way instead. Looking for the line. It's a little bit untidy. Damjanovic getting sucked in. Trying to release the ball to the wing, but it's a free throw again. Passive plays being warned. They've got to get a shot in soon. And Montenegro all over them, trying to run the clock down on that passive play and get the ball back. And there's the shove in the back of Lekic by... brilliant play. Filipovic, the provider. And once more, Rajovic finishes the job off. 3 from 3. Back within 1. Katarina Bulatovic straight down the centre. That was coming like a steamroller. Knežević. Fourth goal for her, and Tomašević completely the wrong way. She was going to take anyone that stood in her path with her. Once more, Montenegro 2 up. They've been there before in the first half, and Serbia hit them back again. The defence particularly hard from Montenegro. And yet, although they've had 3 yellow cards, no 2-minute suspensions so far for Montenegro. But a little anxious moment there for Svetlana Ognjenovic, the Mets-based player. Tomašević in a quick discussion with Rizovic, and I'm afraid she's taken a nasty blow and she's coming off. They'll want to try and get her back as quickly as possible, and it means that Nisavic will need to go on, the 32-year-old who plays for Zaječar. There's the incident again, and I'm wondering if actually she got caught by her own player, by her leg. You could almost see there. So back they come again. Lekic has moved wide to the right-hand side. Damjanovic tries to get free, and again they've got to surely give a 2-minute suspension. Klikovac. She looks surprised, but they're testing the referee basically. I mean, they play to what the referees say. But she kept a hold of her. And Damjanovic goes down now. 2 goals down, 9 minutes played in the second half, and a chance on a power play now for Serbia to maybe try and close the gap. They've got to make this count. Lekic, Damjanovic, dummies the shot. That's one. Third goal for her. I tell you, the atmosphere absolutely terrific here in the Combank Arena. Just inside, very well placed to beat Vukcevic. She was moving the right way, but the pace beat her. Despite being short-handed, they leave the line play on. Dukic has gone down to the right wing, but she'll come around as she goes. Go into the back, tries to flatten the defence. Katarina Bulatovic goes to come. Turns back the other way. Dukic is held, though. It'll be a free throw. Montenegro keep possession. Good long-range effort. Amazing power she's got. Knežević again, 22-year-old from Budućnost. "40 seconds still on the power play. Filipovic ambles back on again, having swapped with the defence specialist Eric. They've got to be quick about the left wing. Into the wing, line play, beautifully. Lekic drove in on the line and stayed there.
Serbia, scored by number 7, Andrea.
They're back within 1. A few more seconds though before Montenegro back to full strength again. And here we go. And Jela Bulatovic comes in. Katarina Bulatovic all the way through, down the middle, saved. Katarina Bulatovic's foul, but are they waiting for a 2-minute suspension, I wonder? It is. They'd only just got back to full strength. And it's Damjanovic again, her second of the game. A dilemma now for Bošković. And a yellow card as well. Well, I'm hard-pressed to see. I mean, she's standing there. She can't jump out of the way. She's got to stand her ground. Milan Stankovic, assistant coach, has picked up a yellow card as well. They would argue that Montenegro are defending just as hard and not getting the 2-minute suspensions. That's the third Now for Serbia, Montenegro have had just the one. Saved by Tomašević. She's getting better in the second half now, picking up straight down the middle. It wasn't a great shot from the wing for what was a very good angle for it. And that's her fourth save. And she's almost going at the referee with her celebrations as if to make a point. So Serbia bring on Jovana Stoljković, 24-year-old, who's actually the top scorer. Look at that. And that was to the referee, and he reacts back again with a thumbs up. That's fine, as long as you channel it into your playing, that's not a problem by me, he says. So right back, a change for Serbia. It's number 33, Stoljković, newcomer to the team, plays for Le Havre in France, where she's the top scorer in the French league. Here she is, tries to get through to the line, too many steps. She's given possession away, the fast break is on. Attacking foul, surely. Well, it's just given as a goalkeeper's ball. Lekic takes another blow. And Lekic is still getting up gingerly as the substitutions are made between attack and defence. And we've now got a yellow card on the Montenegrin bench. Adzic picks up a yellow card. He obviously felt there should have been a call the other way. So still 45 seconds on the power play for Montenegro, but Serbia can't really afford to let up here. They just have to keep the pressure on, but may look for a longer attack. Nisavic comes around on the left wing, covering for the injured Ognjenovic. And a 2-minute suspension for Montenegro now. And off goes Anđela Bulatović. Let's have a quick look and see what went on. She was just caught the winger's shirt as she came around, Milosevic, and stopped her run into the space. She's still protesting her innocence, but the replay suggests she did grab the shirt on the way round. And so in about 20 seconds, Serbia will get back to full strength and have a power play. But they could even try now. Oh, Lekic. Free throw, Djokic latches on to Lekic. High drama here. The scoring has slowed right down in the second half. Free throw. Not had a goal for nearly 3 minutes. And now Serbia at full strength. Poplazic has gone back in on the line. Lekic goes there too. Passive play being warned. That came off a defender. They don't have much time left though to take a shot. And Bošković knows it. He's trying to urge them on. Filipovic takes a shot into the side netting. Comes straight off as Eric goes back in defence, and Montenegro lead by one, but are short-handed for another minute. Are in no rush to press home the attack. Well, the arena erupts with whistling on one side as the Serbian fans try to unsettle Montenegro, and while the Montenegrin fans... Free throw, that won't be given, would have been given as an attacking foul, to be perfectly honest, but she got a push on the way through anyway. Oh, incredible tension here in the Combank Arena. What an achievement it would be. On paper, the Montenegrins so much more experienced. Bulatovic hammers it away for a 2-goal lead again. Her fifth. The ball came back out again, and Djokic did incredibly well to release it under pressure from two defenders. And Montenegro have weathered the storm while they've been short-handed, and a poor pass into the wing. Milosevic nowhere near that. Poor pass by Stoljković. Midway through the second half. Montenegro, internationally more experienced than their Serbian neighbours, and of course silver medalists at the London Olympics, but of course this is the post-Bojana Popovic era, who retired after the London Olympics, as did Maja Savic, their captain. Too many steps. But Montenegro is showing that even after Bojana Popovic and Maja Savic have left, they have the strength in depth. They were, of course, bronze medalists at the Under-20 World Championships in 2010, and a number of those players have come through into this team to plug the gaps by the retiring players. Pressure stays on. 11 turnovers for Serbia, paying the price. Poor pass. It's all going sideways at the moment. And that's more like it. Come back again. Knežević. Into the line. Goes right through. The line player couldn't control it. Glanced off her hand. Back comes Serbia. More question also if the Serbians can make sure they don't get too pressured here late on in the game in front of the home crowd. Team timeout's been called by Sasha Bošković. So at the moment, it's Filipovic with 5 goals, who's top scoring for Serbia. Well, on the other side, Bulatovic, Knežević and Radičević all on 5 goals, although Katarina Bulatovic has been expensive for her 5, 45%. Compare that with Radičević, who's got 5 from 7 only. But very hard defending on both sides. It really is a game dominated by the defence, and then teams trying to go off on the fast break. Certainly been the case. With Montenegro, who've scored 4 fast breaks on the back of mistakes by Serbia. 16.5 minutes played then. Play resumes. Bošković has his timeout. I wonder managed to unlock anything. Filipovic returns at right back position. Lekic into the wing. Damjanovic tries again with a little backhand shot. She's fouled, though. It's a free throw. Her left thigh is heavily strapped now, Damjanovic. Trying to keep the players going, and Lekic with a long-range effort. Goal number 4 for her. Hand off by Damjanovic. The defender came out just a little too late. 82 kilometers an hour. It's tight here. 13 minutes to go in the semi-final. Montenegro lead 21-20. Katarina Bulatovic back through, tries to find the line. Got a free throw. She was fouled in the process anyway. That's Maria Jovanovic, the number 8, the captain, who, like Katarina Bulatovic, here she comes again, plays for Olkim Vulca in Romania. Her shot deflected away by Tomašević. Fifth save for the Serbian keeper. Damjanovic tries to come around. Filipovic free the other side, but 2 players have collided and gone down. And Pavicevic saying the line player was holding. Milosevic, the player, down. Good news, at least for Serbia, is that Ognjenovic is back again, number 21 on the bottom left of the picture. Appearing injured early on. Oh, right in the top corner, scraped under the bar. Filipovic, goal number 6. She's absolutely pumped up. Cracking shot. The crowd believe again. Two-goal lead evaporated. Vucevic off. Barjaktarovic. Well, she hits back straight away. Katarina Bulatovic as Filipovic straight down the other end tries to respond. No luck. Serbian Federation president looking nervous as anything, goes over the top. There's a lot of pressure going on there. That'll be a free throw. Serbia keep possession for the time being. And Damjanovic there, you can see the heavy strapping. She has certainly put everything into this game. You cannot fault her. Played 43 minutes of the 49. Came off a defender in the end, and that was the danger there, that she was going to be stepped on in that tussle. Trail by one. It's more so whether they've got as much strength in depth on the bench, the Serbs. Filipovic just keeps that ball in, the passing becoming a little untidy. Lekic, Damjanovic, releases Filipovic, yes! Around the wing, well, for a left back, she's not doing bad, is she? She's been at left back, she's been at right back, she's now on the right wing, and it's all going in. And look at the bench. Celebrations for Nisavic. Into the line, penalty. Goalkeeper came out quick. And a 2-minute suspension for Lekic. Let's have a quick look. She grabbed her from behind, wrestles her to the ground. Not much else the referees can do, I'm afraid, on that one. Katarina Bulatovic against Tomašević. And she scores. First penalty for her. It's invalid. It's invalid. While you're watching the replay, the referee has just pointed to the line and Tomašević crosses herself. Someone's looking down on her. And she did, you can see there, her foot skips over the line before the ball leaves her hand. And a let-off for Serbia. We're well into the last 10 minutes of the semi-final. It's all we could have wished for and more. Oh, fumbled it just when they needed real discipline. They're short-handed. Miljanic tries to put it back out again. Miljanic again. Top corner. And now they do go back in the lead. Sucked out the keeper and then puts it wide. Not a bad effort. Miljanic plays for Budućnost. One of the 5 in the team to do. And another mistake by Serbia. Is the pressure getting to them, I wonder? And Barjaktarovic, who's back in goal for Montenegro, senses a relief. Now Serbia, while they're short-handed, 2 giveaways. They've had 13 turnovers, Montenegro 8. Are getting in each other's way, the Montenegrins. Into the wing, Miljanic. Oh, through the keeper. They've got to rally quick now, Serbia. Ognjanovic tries to come back. It was a big angle for the wing shot. About 7.5 minutes remaining. Montenegro lead by 2. Lekic tries to go alone. No space there. I think she felt Damjanovic was coming across too late to follow in behind her. They're back at full strength, incidentally. Serbia, Damjanovic, nothing given. Forcing too much now. They've got to move the ball a bit more, work together. Barjaktarovic happy with that. Goalkeeper plays in Russia for Rostov-Don. Kisses the ball on the back of a third save only. One of the easier ones. Katarina Bulatovic, and a mistake by Montenegro. The ball goes out of play. Some of the crowd are quite literally holding their hands up to their faces. It's just the tension. Incredible. They are desperate. But let's not forget that a lot of people didn't expect Serbia to be in the last four anyway. It is an achievement in itself. But they want that final place. They are desperate for it, and that'll help. Ognjenovic, she's back. Quick pass into her. The goalkeeper commits herself and she puts it in underneath. Third goal for her. In fact, it's Milosevic, I beg your pardon. Her second goal. As on the other wing. Free throw. Team timeout has been called by Dragan Adzic. Adzic, who turned 43 on Thursday, saying that he'd put his birthday celebrations on hold. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the semi-final. Now, these two teams have never met before, but as a joint nation, as Serbia and Montenegro, they came 12th at Euro 2004. Montenegro, just as they did at the Olympic Games in London, where they were very successful, obviously, with silver, didn't have any preparation games. They just played them all behind closed doors against teams back home. Serbia, for their part, had 3 build-up matches. They beat Romania and Croatia, and drew with Croatia in another match. Well, we knew before this started it was not going to be a match full of flair and free-flowing handball. It was going to be a physical defensive encounter, and that's exactly what it's become. Solid defense by Serbia, and I'm sure Bošković is focused on that again. That's where it's working for us. Let's keep at it. They've got another one, though. 2-goal lead, Knežević. Filipovic comes back in at the right back position. Lekic switches to the left-hand side. Damjanovic. She's got to let it flow a little bit more. She does these runs where she runs straight to the defence, passes into the wing. That's gone out of play. It'll be a throw-in from the corner for Serbia. 5 minutes remaining. Reaction on the bench from Eric, the defence specialist. Again, looking for the wing, but there's nothing that Ognjenovic can do with that. Passive play is being warned about. The Medic tries. It's a poor shot, straight down the middle, but it's a free throw for Serbia, but they don't have much time to do anything with it. Referee's arm is up. Filipovic will try. Looks for the line instead. It's come out with them, but it's a free throw that's given again. Bošković looks on anxiously. Another push, another free throw. She is really the main option. 1.89 meters. Well, they try the other way. That works better. And we've got a 2-minute suspension as well. She remonstrates, but she'll have to walk. Anđela Bulatovic, her second of the game. Damjanovic, the scorer, as they all watched whether Filipovic would have another go. It's Damjanovic who comes in to take it. Some of the other Serbian players not in the team today. Oh, Lekic has taken a bad blow and goes off. Katarina Bulatovic sympathises with her. She walks past, but she's not up for that. Caught by Andjela Bulatovic, who's taken a 2-minute suspension on the back of it. One goal in it. 4 minutes remaining, but it's a power play for Serbia. They've really got to capitalise on this. Knežević. Katarina Bulatovic trying to force her back away from a shooting arm, forcing her to run the other way. Knežević catches Tomašević wrong-footed. Goal number 7 for her. Damjanovic will get the free throw for that. Time is against them. They're 2 down now. But a power play for Serbia. It's got to count. Lekic is coming back on again. She's definitely not looking 100% fit. Here she comes. Ambles on, but she's hobbling. Free throw. And I think that Knežević hoped that might just be an attacking foul. Player from Budućnost. And there is Ognjenovic. Waiting wide, hoping that she might be able to be brought into the frame. 3 minutes and 11 seconds for Serbia to turn this around. Lekic. Damjanovic cuts to the wing. Tries it. Oh, it's through the keeper. Barjaktarovic thought she had it covered, but Milosevic somehow smuggled it through. Goalkeeper will be annoyed with herself. One goal in it. Third goal for Milosevic. 30-year-old who plays for Jagodina. One of only 4 players in the domestic league. Under 3 minutes remaining. Montenegro is still short-handed for the next 40 seconds. Shooting efficiency close. Serbia actually better now, 62% to 59. And Bulatovic, Djokic happy to go down and take the free throw as the seconds tick away on the suspension. But the Latvian referees have stopped the clock. Renar Likic turns to the table. Well, the tension, you can see it written all over Radicevic's face. Katarina Bulatovic comes out again, still smiling. But it's a narrow lead. It's all to play for here in Belgrade. The crowd are on their feet. How can you sit in this atmosphere? It's incredible. Knežević, passive play. Oh, she's done it again. 3 goals, one after the other. Her 8 and the 2-goal lead. Is that going to be enough? And the save at the other end. Barjaktarovic. And now the Montenegrins look up. It's less than 2 minutes remaining. Pavicevic in her first major competition. Smiles all over. It's not quite there yet, though. Well, experience has told for the Montenegrins who've weathered the physical defence a little bit better, and a team timeout. Last one for Adzic. Just wants to keep his players focused. 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining. So he piles in there. Last instructions for them. Oh, the crowd are cheering away. There are huge hordes of Montenegrin supporters who made the trip here and who are hoping, singing away, that their team can hang on to this 2-goal lead in the last minute and 35 seconds. Well, Serbia, they have tried everything to go through. What they maybe lacked a little bit, with the exception of Filipovic, is long-range guns to try and get those shots in from 9-10 meters out. The kind of shots that Katarina Bulatovic and Knežević are able to get away. So play resumes, and Montenegro will look for a long attack on this one. And if they can make this one count, it could be a chance. Straight through. Dokic couldn't control it. Lekic. Damjanovic. They've got to not play too quick either. Time may be against them. Lekic, that's one back. Goal number 5 for her. Took off. The space opened up. Dokic moved out just at the wrong moment. Well, it's been a physical, a bruising encounter here as we go into the last minute of the semi-final. Or will it go to extra time? Katarina Bulatovic. Knežević tries to cut back inside. She goes down. The clock is still ticking. Radicevic looks on anxiously from the bench. Passive play now. Katarina Bulatovic. It's saved. 25 seconds. Team timeout. Serbia. 25 seconds to take this match to extra time, or it will be Montenegro in their second consecutive final at the major event after the silver medal at the London Olympics. So will we have a repeat of the Olympic final, Montenegro against Norway, or will Serbia, who have already exceeded expectations, pull off a miraculous win here? Incredible scenes. With 2 minutes and 15 seconds, Montenegro had a 2-goal lead. But suddenly, Serbia are in possession. They've got 25 seconds. They've got to be careful as well they don't score quickly and then get hit on the break. Montenegro just have to keep their heads about them now. They've been defending really hard. The goals have been hard to come by. 25 seconds, the clock says. 25 seconds to take this to extra time. Lekic, Filipovic is saved, and Montenegro have the ball, and that will be it, surely. Barjaktarovic pounced on Baradicevic. It's a throw into Montenegro, and there it goes. Montenegro have done it. Filipovic, who was such a hero with 7 goals, had a chance right at the end to take it to extra time. But Montenegro have won. They've beaten the hosts 27-26. Well, all credit to Serbia. They took the game to Montenegro. And so the final will see Montenegro take on Norway. Well, great scenes there from the 2 sets of fans. Serbia, well, they still have a chance for the bronze. They will play against Hungary. Still looking a bit despondent. Barjaktarovic saving right at the end there of Filipovic, who's played such a great game. In the end, though, Montenegro have done it. They've beaten Serbia 27-26 in a tough physical encounter. Lekic and her teammates just couldn't quite do it. But they should not forget that they are still in with a chance of a podium place. Well, Barjaktarovic congratulated. It's been an incredible atmosphere in the Combank Arena. It's hard to describe, deafening. Played in great spirit as well. And so we have our finalists. 50% success rate on the attack for Montenegro, very closely matched by Serbia on 48, both on 60% for their shots. but 13 turnovers for Serbia, 10 for Montenegro, and only 3 suspensions for Montenegro, 4 for Serbia, despite this very physical defence. And there you can see fairly well matched, although a slight slacking off in the centre there for Montenegro before they picked up again at the end and hung on for dear life at the end to win it. Filipovic with 7 goals, top scoring for Serbia, but it's Knežević with 8 who's the top scorer in the game. So tomorrow Montenegro will play Norway in the final. Serbia will play off for bronze against Hungary. This is where all the shots came in from for Serbia. Down the middle, strong on the right, not so much so on the left-hand side, ironically, in the end. Damjanovic mostly coming into the centre for her goals. While Montenegro strong all over, really, and 4 fast breaks as well to capitalise. Well, what a game we've had here. Hugely enjoyable. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And until next time, from me, Paul Bray, goodbye.